And we are joined again by Noor Dahri, founder of the Islamic Theology of Counterterrorism think tank, coming to us live from London. Noor, you certainly stirred up a storm in Pakistan. I wanted to start by asking you about Maryam Nawaz's motives in doing the original tweet or retweet of our interview. Was she trying to embarrass Imran Khan? Was she trying to justify her father? Maybe a combination of both, or did she just not realize you had also mentioned her father in that interview?
Well, this was a completely surprise to me as well as a surprise for the nation of Pakistan, because she retweeted my video, which was delivered with you. And she retweeted because she wanted to embrace Prime Minister of Imran Khan, that Imran Khan have ties with the Jewish state behind the curtain. And she wanted to use this card as this tweet as a political card against the government. But she did not realize that I have disclosed the Prime Minister's, her father, Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's, sending few delegations to Pakistan as well. When she realized by herself or by anyone as an advisor, she suddenly realized a mistake and she deleted the tweet. But before she deleted the tweet, it went viral because the people in the Pakistan, they knew why she was deleted the tweet. And this is why the nation of Pakistan, they created on a YouTube, they have created hundreds of videos and she's 100 videos, and they are criticizing Maryam Nawaz this action. Because this action, the Maryam Nawaz should have, they shouldn't have deleted the video. She should have answered my video. If my allegation is a wrong allegation on her father, then she should have to come with her comments, and she should have bring the evidence, because I have evidence. I can name the person who traveled from Islamabad to Tel Aviv. And in 90s and 1997, when her father was 2 times Prime Minister of Pakistan, and both times Nawaz Sharif sent a delegation, official delegation to Israel. One delegation was a religious people, including religious minister, belonged to Maulana Fazlur Rahman Party, Jamiyat Ulama Islam, Maulana Ajmal Qadri.
Right.
He visited Israel.
I want to ask you, though, about the more recent story about an advisor of Imran Khan coming here. By the way, which I should note that an Israeli media source did allude to it, didn't name Pakistan, but said there was a figure from a Muslim majority country. Has there been any response from the Imran Khan's PTI party specifically to that allegation? I haven't seen it. Has there been any denial or response to that specific story?
Well, they are, one is Maulana Ashraf Tahiri, or Tahir Ashrafi. He gave it, a small part of a statement to the Arab News that he said, no, this is a propaganda against Pakistan, and this type of a meeting didn't happen. But officially from the PTI, the government, the party of the ruling party of the Prime Minister, they didn't deny.
They have not denied.
They haven't denied, as well as the establishment of Pakistan, they did not deny, as well as the spokesperson of the Prime Minister, he didn't deny as well. And so there's no official denial so far. So they didn't accept, they didn't deny as well.
Let me ask you then, Noor, because I see the debate that's erupted on Twitter. I'm getting people from Pakistan addressing me. Does this kind of uproar hinder, perhaps, a secret effort to develop ties between Israel and Pakistan? Or is that bringing this out in the open, creating this debate? Does this help maybe lead down the path or the beginning of the path to normalize or establishing some kind of ties between Pakistan and Israel?
Well, people want relations now. If you look at their debates and if you look at their videos, people are now is too divided. Before the Arab accepted Israel as a sovereign and independent nation, the people Pakistan have most of the Pakistanis, they hate Israel as a sovereign nation. But now after the Arabs acceptance Abraham Accord, make a peace deal with Israel, Pakistan nation has divided. The educated people, they want to establish relations with Israel to move forward in the world. Those people who are still living in a kind of, uneducated, or their people are brainwashed, or their people are religious bloc, they still they don't want any relations with Israel. So the Pakistani government they have a very heavy pressure from the religious bloc and other people, that Pakistan should not move forward to make peace with the state of Israel.
Right.
But however, Pakistan government, they want to establish a relation with Israel. This is the reason they sent a delegation, and not only the one person, a couple of persons, including the advisor of the Prime Minister. They flew from the London to Tel Aviv. The reason was behind, they want relations with Israel. They want to normalize political and diplomatic ties with the state of Israel. So I think sooner or later people will realize that the government's action to make relations with Israel, it will be fruitful not only for the Pakistan country and local and national-wide, but as well as international-wide.
Right. I'm just going to note, Noor, that prior to, of course, the establishment, the breakthroughs that Israel has had with these countries in this Gulf, there were also similar such stories that erupted of secret contacts and talks, almost seemed to be trial balloons, things that were leaked out to really assess and get the public used to hearing that kind of news. Who knows if this incident itself may be seen as one of the landmarks on the way to the establishment of at least the beginning of a dialogue between Israel and Pakistan, or certainly between Israelis and Pakistanis. Noor Dahri, thank you for joining us again on I-24 News.